So now full Gauss-Jordan elimination. So I need to get zeros in the first column first using this first row. So here, row 1 is going to stay put. Row 2 is going to become negative row 2 times row 1 plus row 2. Because negative 2 plus 2 will give me 0 like I planned. And row 3 is going to become negative 3 times row 1 plus row 3. So you'll notice that like the row that's staying is the row that's going to be added, and sorry, is the row that's going to be multiplied, and the row it's going into is going to be the row that you're adding here. So you're basically using row 1 to make zeros in row 2 and row 3. It's very systematic, but it's going to get a little annoying later. So negative 2 plus 2 is 0 like we planned. Negative 2 minus 3 is negative 5. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. 8 plus 1 is negative 7. And these numbers are looking familiar from what we did before. Why do I keep putting a negative 3 there? Negative 4. So negative 4 plus 4 is 0. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. 16 plus 33 is 49. So again, looking familiar. But here's where we're going to start to go to fraction land. And a very methodical system is, okay, we had 1 in the first column, zeros in the first column. Now we're going to do 1 in the second column, and then zeros in the second column, and 1 in the third column, and zeros in the third column. So, but to get that 1 in the second row, we're going to have to do negative 1/5 times row 2. And so I'm going to keep everything the same, and then this guy, that'll be a 1, pretty, but this will be a 1/5, and this will be a 7/5. Ugh. All right, and then these guys will stay. Okay, so now that I've got my 1 there, I'm going to get zeros here and here. So row 2 is going to stay this time, and row 1, I'm going to take negative row 2 plus row 1. Now that it's a 1, like I can do whatever I want to it and add it to that, and things will be pretty except for the fractions. So I'm going to do 0 plus 1 is 1, negative 1 plus 1 is 0 like I planned, and negative 1/5 plus 1 is 4/5. And negative 7/5 minus 4 is negative 13/5. Now I did all this over on the side. You get to go play common denominators and stuff. Have fun. All right. Row 2 is staying. And row 3 is going to be 2 times this one plus that one. So it'll be 2 times row 2 plus row 3. So 2 times row 2 plus row 3. And notice when we do this, and when we do this in this order, we're not losing any of our hard-earned zeros, right? Because 2 times 0 plus 0 is still 0. If that changed, then I'd have to go back and do everything again. And that's why this pattern, why we do it in the order we do. So 2 plus negative 2 is 0 like we wanted. 2 times 1/5 minus 7. 2 times 1/5 minus 7, where am I? Is... No. So 1 0 1/5. So it's going to be 1 negative 4 1 0 1/5. Okay, so it's going to be that's the one I want. Okay, so negative 33/5, and then 2 31/5. Sorry, I can't even cheat. Okay. So that last one was going to be, it was 2 times that one plus that one. So 2 times 49 plus 7/5 is 2 31/5. Lovely. All right. So now we're gonna get the one here in the third guy, and then use that to get zeros in the, so we're gonna get the one in the third row and use that to get zeros in the third column. So to get that, we're gonna take row 3 and we're gonna make it negative 5 over 33 times row 3, so that would be 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Oh, starting to go dead. And then that will be 7 there, negative 7 there when you do that. It ends up very, very nice. And then these guys are just going to stay put. Okay, so now let this go away. So now we've got the 1, and we're going to multiply this by negative 4/5 and add it to that to get the 0 there, multiply it by negative 1/5 and add it to this guy to get that one. So, it's negative, where am I going to write this? So row 1 is going to become negative 4/5 times row 3 plus row 1, and row 2 is going to become negative 1/5 times row 3 plus row 2, and row 3 is going to stay this time. So, alright, so if I do negative 4/5 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 stays, that is a 0 like we planned, and then negative 4/5 times 7 minus 13/5 is, wow, I can't even read my writing, 15 over 5, which is a beautiful 3. Excellent. And then if I do negative 1/5 times row 3 plus row 2, so negative 1/5 times this one plus that one, so 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. Again, I'm keeping these numbers I worked so hard to get. Negative 1/5 plus 1/5 is a 0 like we planned. That negative 1/5 times negative 7 plus that is going to be 0. And then the bottom row is staying the same. And then we get our answers. The x is 3, the y is 0, and the z is negative 7, like we knew from the last couple of videos. Whew. All right, there we go.